here I have a point, -1, -5, and here the slope is undefined. When would a slope be undefined? For what lines will the slope be undefined? A line like this is going to have a defined slope. If you go over 1, it's going to go up a certain amount. A line like this will also have a defined slope. If I move over 1 unit this way, you'll go down some amount m, so it'll have a negative slope. A horizontal line, one that looks like this, if you move over 1 unit, say this way, 1 unit, you'll go up 0. So this also has a defined slope, which is 0. The only time you have an undefined slope is if you have a line that goes straight up and down. If I have a line that goes straight up and down, I can't talk about moving over 1 unit and going up any, because this thing doesn't move over 1 unit. So a vertical line has an undefined slope. So when you're asked to create a line which has an undefined slope containing a point, you're looking for a vertical line that contains that point. Now let's look at this particular point. This is the point -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is -5. This point here is -1, -5. And I'm looking for the equation of this line, the vertical line that passes through this point. What do all of these points have in common? Well, all of these points have in common that their x value is -1. So we know that x equals -1. If you satisfy this equation, that is, your x value is -1, you'll be on this line. If your x value is not -1, then you won't be on this line. So this is an equation for this line. Example 4. Suppose you're given 2 points and you want to find the equation of the line. Well, we only know how to get equations of lines if we know the slope and a point. So we need to find the slope. Luckily, we know how to find the slope when we have 2 points. In particular, the slope is going to be equal to the difference in y's over the difference in x's. So I label this point x1, y1, and this point x2, y2, and I find that the slope is going to be 4 minus 2 over 2 minus 1, which is going to be 2 over 1, which is just 2. So now I know the slope and a point. In fact, I know 2, so I can use the point-slope formula. Here, we're going to go y minus y1 equals the slope m times x minus x1. So y minus y1 is equal to 2, and m is 2, and x1 is 1. So here's an equation for that line. You could have used the other point as well, and you'd get a different equation for the same line.